Good morning. Good morning to everybody and you too. Okay. Good morning. My name is Elisha Ba, and I have something that I need to share with you this morning concerning my life because excuse me, I believe in me sharing what I went through in my life at the age of 21 years old will help some people to understand the difference between living and dying. Okay, this is a story. This is something, an event that happened in my life when I was 21 years old. And again, my name is Queen Elisha. Okay, and this is what happened when I was 21 years old. I was laying in my bed, me and my husband, and we heard a knock on the door, right? And I went to the door to answer to see who it was. And the house that, excuse me, I'm just going to leave that down for now because it just keep falling. Wait a minute. The house that we was living in, it was the kind of doors where you had like windows in the doors. So someone knocked on the door and I answered the door. And when I answered the door, I turned around to tell my husband who it was. You know, when I was 21 years old, I wasn't no nice person. You know, I was a bad person and I was doing bad things. You know, and I have been through a lot of things in my life that caused me to be the way that I was. So I did something that I shouldn't have did to the person that came back to my house to do something to me. I did something to them, so they wanted to get out revenge on me for what I did to them. So they came back and they told me that they was gonna come back to my house and that their son was into drugs and that their son, it was a girl, man, the girl had an altercation, meaning that me and her got into we got into an argument and we got into a fight and we got into things like that. And she told me, you don't know me. My son, he's a big dope dealer and he's gonna come back and he's gonna take care of you. And you know, at the time, me, I didn't care, you know, because I was a hard person back then when I was young. I just didn't care. I didn't care about dying. I didn't care about living. I didn't care about anything. All I care about is what I wanted to do at the time that I was doing it. So, okay, the next day, her son came to my house and, you know, I heard a lot of noise. Me and my husband was just laying in the bed. I'm like, what is all that noise? It's like, because it was like a two-family flat. It was like the people that lived up over us. They was just running through the house, really making all kind of noise upstairs. But I'm like, what is going on? Something is going on up there. There's too much noise, right? And so me and my husband, we didn't think nothing of it. We just continued to lay in the bed and relax together, right? And then the next thing you know, I get a knock on the door, and it was the little boy that lived upstairs. And I'm like, what is this little boy knocking on my door for this time of night? And then I heard all that noise upstairs. What's going on? It sounded like a whole army of people running upstairs. It was that much noise. And then I get another knock on my door, right? And the second knock on the door was her son. And he just looked at it, and I told my husband, I turned my face because he just looked me dead in my eyes, and I looked in his eyes, and I'll never forget his eyes. And I turned my face to tell my husband who it was, okay? The gunshot wound is right here. For anybody that wants to see, it's right there. The gunshot wound is right there. So I turned around to my husband to show him. And I turned around to my husband and then see the gun went here and then it went out the back of my head, the back of my brain. The doctor said that it was only like a half an inch from my brain, blowing my brains away. So the gun went through my jaw right here at the bottom of my face. Please don't lean on the table. Don't touch the table. The gunshot went through my face and then the bullet came out the back of my hit at the very bottom of my brain. It's almost like 1 inch, half an inch away from my brain. So I turned around to tell my husband, and that's when he shot me right there in my face, on the side of my face. And when he shot me, I just fell to the floor, right? I just fell to the floor. I fell to the floor, and all I can remember, people, is as I was falling to the floor, I was 21 years old when this happened. Okay? 21 years old. I was a sinner. I was living a life of sin. I was doing all kind of bad and evil things back then. Okay? So when he shot me in my face, I remember just falling to the floor. And I heard, like, as I was falling to the floor, I heard like something, please, please, don't touch the table. I heard something coming through the window, like bottles or something, like some glass or something was breaking. So what they did, once he shot me in the face, they threw cocktail mollies through the house, my house, to burn the house down, to burn me and my husband up alive in the house. So I'm falling to the floor and I'm about to die, right? Okay, so I hit the floor and then all I can remember when I hit the floor, my soul, not my spirit, okay? My soul left my body. My soul left my body, and I can remember just going really, really fast, floating through the air. I knew I had got shot. I knew where I left my husband. I knew my children. I remember my family. I remember everything that I ever did in my life. I remember everybody. I'm just saying this to make this video to help you people to understand what happened to you after you die. After you die, what happens to you? Okay? This is a real live experience that happened to me. Okay? So when my soul left my body and I went through this real black dark tunnel, it was so pitch black, I couldn't even see my eyes. I couldn't see my hands. I couldn't see nothing. It was a tunnel. It was black and dark and very, very long. And when I was going through the tunnel, I was floating real, real fast, like I was going through dimensions. It felt like I was going through dimensions. That's how fast I was just going through the tunnel, like I was going through dimensions to another world. So I'm really, really scared, right? Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. I just got shot. I'm dead. I'm scared because I'm a sinner. I'm a very bad sinner. I was doing all kind of things, people. If I just name some of the things that I was doing, y'all people would be like, oh my God, yeah, I see why you was afraid. But I'm not going to go into all the stuff that I was doing in my life because I'm not talking about it. What I'm trying to talk to you about is life after death. What happened when you die and leave your body? Okay? So I'm going really, really fast through the tunnel, thinking like, oh my God, am I going to hell? Am I going to hell? Because when you die, you conscious. You still have the same conscience that you had when you was on earth. Your soul is your conscience, okay? Your soul is your conscience, okay? So everything that you do on earth, everything that you do, you're going to remember when you die. You're going to remember everything, how you treated people, what you did wrong, what you did right. You're going to remember all kind of things like that, okay? So I'm going through the tunnel like, oh, I know I'm going to hell because I'm a bad person. I did bad things to people. I did bad things to myself. I treated God the wrong way. I didn't do what God told me to do in my life. I know I'm going to hell. And I was just really, really terrified. So very scared, you know? And I knew I was in hell. You know, I knew I was in a tunnel. I knew at any time I could be just dropped down somewhere and just go there to hell, wherever God wanted me to go. But I was afraid because I was a very, very bad sinner. And it's true, you know, it's true that while you on this earth, in this life, you need to be trying to get your life right. Not trying, you need to get your life right with the God of Israel, okay? Number one, you need to, because when you leave this world, you will be judged for the things that you did and the way that you treated him and went against what he told you to do and all of that. So it's very important, it's very important for you not to love this world like I was doing when I was 21 years old, 20 years old. I love to party, go out, drink, smoke, cuss, to lie, steal, whatever I could do, man. Whatever I could do wrong, that's what I was doing, people. Okay? So I never made the video about what happened to me, how I got shot in my face at 21 years old, and I still have a beautiful face. You know, God did not let the gunshot wound to my face affect my beauty, and I'm happy for that. So what I'm saying is this. So I'm like, where am I going? Back to the story. Where I'm going, oh my God, I'm going to hell. And when I got to the end of the tunnel, I was like, oh, I left my children. Oh, I left my husband. Oh, I left my family. Oh, my God, I'm never going to see my children again. This is all the things that you think about when you are dying, when your soul and your spirit leave your body. Your spirit is only your breath. But how you breathe every day through your nostrils, that is your spirit. Okay? That go back to the God of Israel that put you here, the creator. But your soul is the one that go to hell or it goes somewhere to be with the God of Israel. Okay? The soul is the only thing that can live for eternity. There's nothing else can live for eternity but the soul. So I'm going through the tunnel just thinking about my life, my family, and all the things I did wrong and all of that. Like flashes, everything just flashing to me, like flash, 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 flash. My whole life just flashing in front of me like a picture. So I get to the end of the tunnel. I went to the very end of the tunnel, right? And when I get out the tunnel, excuse me, excuse me, people. When I come out the tunnel, I had on a long, 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 beautiful white robe. So white, so dazzling, so beautiful that my eyes could not believe the beauty of that robe that I had on. And my hands was glowing. I looked at my hands, they was glowing. I didn't have on no shoes. My feet was glowing. Everything was glowing on my body. And I'm just amazed right now, right? I'm just amazed. And then, you know, I'm just feeling so much peace. and just so much love, just so much everything, like I never been born in the world. I never had a problem in my life. And then when I looked up, people, then when I looked up, what did I see? I saw nothing but light. Light, people, so much beautiful light, right? Flowers, so much beautiful flowers, and so much beautiful water, like water and flowers, so beautiful flowers that I never seen before in my life, and water. And then I seen like this little bridge, you had to, I was on one side of the bridge, but on the other side, you had to step over the bridge and go to the other side over there where the flowers and all the beauty was. So beautiful, so magnificent. I cannot explain it to you. Words cannot explain how beautiful that place was, which is called paradise in the Bible. This is where you go, be with the God of Israel. When you die and leave this world, the God of Israel want you to come where he is. He gonna lead you and guide you there, your soul. If he don't, you're gonna go to hell and be in the pit with Satan and all his demons and his angels. Okay? So I was led to the light of the God of Israel. And it was like this little bridge that you had to cross over, and under the bridge it had a little beautiful water. Oh, the water was so beautiful. Oh, God. Oh, I just wanted to stay there. I just wanted to stay there. I did not want to come back here. I was like, please, please don't send me back. But anyway, it was this bridge, and I wanted to go over there. I didn't want to go back to earth. I didn't want to go back to my children. I didn't want to go back to nobody. Because where I was so very happy, the most happy time I ever had in my life, so much peace. I didn't feel no pain, I didn't feel no hurt, I didn't feel nothing but love. That's all I felt, love that I never ever felt before in my life. So at this moment, a big bright light appeared. Ooh, huge bright light appeared, right? It appeared. Big, beautiful light. Oh my God, the light was so very brilliant and amazing. And the light, I heard the voice talking to me through the light. And the first thing, because he ready to stop me, the God of Israel, that's who it was. He's ready to stop me from crossing over to the bridge because I couldn't go over there. He ready to stop me. So he appeared and he said, through the voice, the light, the voice began to speak and say, the first thing he said to me, people, I am the God of Abraham, I am the God of Isaac, and I'm the God of Jacob. And you cannot stay here and cannot come here. You must go back, he said. You must go back. It's not your time, he said. It's something that you got to do in order for you to come here. You must go back. It's not your time. So what I'm trying to bring out to you people is that I have met the God of Israel. When I died, when I was 21 years old and got shot in my face on my living room floor, I died and left my body and came back. And came back. Leave him alone. So he said, no, you got to go back. You cannot stay here. It's something you got to do before you come here. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to go back. Please, he okay. I don't want to go back. I said, I don't want to go back. Please don't send me back don't send me back there. Please. I begged him. He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's the God of Israel. You need to understand that he's not Jesus, and he's not, his title is not the Most High. He's not Yah. He's not Jah. He's not YHWH. He's not Yahweh. He's none of those gods. He's none of those gods because all those gods are statues. They are all images that they have set up in the earth for you people to worship and pray to. They're not real. They just statues and images and presentations of gods that people set up in the earth. But the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Ahia is his name. He is a real God. And he introduced himself to me when I died. And he said, I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's it, people. That's what you're supposed to be calling him by his title, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is what the Bible called him, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what Moses told the children of Israel, that he's a God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So I know that happened to me when I was 21 years old, so I can come back to this earth and represent the true and real and only living God, the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who he introduced me as himself. He said, no. I said, please, I don't want to go back. He said, you got to. Cannot stay here. If you cross over that bridge, he said, you will surely die. You will surely die if you step your foot on that bridge. That's holy ground. You cannot cross over there. You will surely die. And before I attempt to step people, because I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to go back to the misery and the pain of living in earth. It was so much misery. It's so much pain. It was so much depression. It was so much anxiety. It was so much torment. It was so much everything living in the world when I was 21 years old. I didn't want to go back, even though I remember my children and my family. I didn't care. I wanted to stay with the God of Israel. I wanted to go over there to paradise and go meet Moses and Adam and Eve and all the rest of the people, all the rest of the saints, as they call them. So I want to read a scripture in the Bible about the rich man. When he died, he went to hell, and Lazarus went to be with the God of Israel. So yes, he said, no, don't step over there. You're gonna. So he talking to me. I heard his voice and everything. I mean, we had a conversation, people. And that's why I can hear the God of Israel right now. I've been hearing him ever since I was a little girl. Ever since I was 3 years old. That same voice that I used to hear when I was 3 years old, 7 years old, growing up, is the same voice that I heard when I got shot in my face and I died. It's the same exact voice that I heard standing there talking to me. So I can hear the God of Israel. I am his prophet. I understand the God of Israel as much as he need me and want me to understand him. So this is why I'm telling you people. This is why I'm telling you people. Don't take lightly of me because you don't know me and you don't know nothing about me that I've been through. Okay? You don't know the manifestations that I have seen and saw in my life concerning the God of Israel and his heavenly host. You don't know the manifestations that I have been through. So I'm getting ready to end this, but I'm going to read that scripture. But he said, no, you can't come here. You got to go back right now. And I'm getting ready to pick my feet up and step on the bridge. He said, no, that's holy ground. That's holy ground. And if you step there, you will surely die. Why was I going to die? Meaning that I was going to not go there with him. I was going to die and go to hell because I wasn't holy enough. I wasn't righteous enough to live where the God of Israel showed me the beautiful flowers and the light and all that. I wasn't righteous enough. I died as a sinner. He was just showing me what I could have if I go back to this earth and do what he told me to do and what I got to do for him. Then you can come here, he said. But right now, you're not ready to come here. It's not your time and you're not ready. So you'll surely die if you step on the bridge because it's holy ground. And before I stepped there, he snapped me back to my body, people. He snapped me back to my body. And I woke up on my living room floor, right? I woke up on my living room floor coughing and, looking for my husband. And, he was in the basement trying to get out the window because, he was scared to go out there because he was thinking people was out there with guns, and it was people out in front of our house with guns. So if he would have walked out, they probably would have shot him down. So he was trying to get out the house. I'm laying on the living room floor, dead. His wife dead. Okay, dead. I was dead. I left my body and went to talk to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, higher. Okay, of the Hebrew kingdom. Okay, he's real. He's real. He's the one and only true God in this earth. There's no other God outside of him. There's no, Jesus is not him. None of them gods is him, okay? That's why I'm here to tell you people, to correct you. Calling on all them gods gonna get y'all people up in hell. I'm telling you right now, hell is real. I went through hell. It's real. It's real. You can be dropped right there anytime, any moment that the God of Israel want to drop you there. You don't have no control when you die. You don't have no control. It's like a force. It's like something is pushing you. Something is leading you. Something is guiding you. That something is the heavenly host, the angels. They're going to put you where the God of Israel wants you to go, or they're going to lead you where the God of Israel tell them to lead you. Okay? So he snapped me back, right? And my husband was looking for a way out. And I woke up, I knew I had just got shot and all that. I remember everything. Talking to the God of Israel, going up there to heaven, and not heaven, just a paradise, a place where people go when they die and leave this world. You don't go to heaven. It's a holding place. It's called paradise. You can't go to heaven to be with God, because heaven is only for God and his angels. It's not for us. We have a place that we go to when we die and leave this earth. And I'm finna read about the place right now. So I woke up on the floor calling my husband, and he was down in the basement trying to figure out how he was going to get out, right? How he was going to get out the house. And I said, hey, are you there? You there? Where are you? Where are you, honey? Like that. Boo, boo. I said, boo, where you at, boo? And he said, shh. He says, shh, be quiet. I'm down here. I'm down here trying to figure out. He was like, oh, I'm so happy you're still alive. My husband just started crying, and he was just grabbing me. And, he's like, I know you was dead, because I felt you. I felt your pulse. I felt your heart, and you wasn't breathing. You was not breathing, and I know you was dead. You didn't have no breath in your body. You was just laying on the floor dead. Dead, he said. And it's so amazing that you are alive right now. He was just blown back. My husband was just, he was just unbelievable. Like, oh my God, this woman was dead, and now she alive again. So he said, okay, we got to get out of here, because I was bleeding. I had blood everywhere. Big old bullet hole in the side of my face. Big old bullet hole. Boom. The guy shot me with a, he shot me with a 32 revolver. Close range. Boom. Right here. Right through my door. Right through the glass window. 32 revolver. I had a big hole. Blood was everywhere, all over my clothes. Blood was gushing out the side of my face. I was going in and out, people. I was going in and out. I was really weak, and just going in and out. Like, I felt like I was gonna die. I had already died, but it felt like I was gonna die again. I was going in and out, like, oh my God. And he said, come on. We finally got in a way out. We got in the car, and he took me to the hospital, right? And the doctors, they took me through throw me on the bed, and they was pumping my chest and all of that, and because I kept going in and out, they was pumping my chest, trying to get me to breathe and live. But what they don't know, I had already died and came back. So I wasn't about to die again. Because if I was going to die again, the God of Israel would have took me right then and there. When I died the first time, he wouldn't have let me came back here. So I wasn't gonna die. I was just thinking I was gonna die because I felt like I wanted to die because all the blood and stuff was gushing out of my face, and I was getting weak because I was losing a lot of blood. So the doctors, I told the doctor, don't let me die. Not thinking that I had already died. I told the doctor, don't let me die. And I went out, the doctor said. After I woke, he said, you went out and we kept working with you. And the next day he told me, he said, it's a miracle that you are alive. He said, it's a miracle because the gunshot wound that you have in your face and the big old bullet hole that you have in the back of your head, you don't need supposed to be here. And he don't know I did die, but the God of Israel sent me back. So the people that came to my house, they came to kill me. And they did kill me. They really did kill me. They really did accomplish their mission, what they come to do. But the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Ahia is his name, intervened and brought me back to this earth. Because why? Because I have some things to do for him. I'm his prophet. I'm the prophet of the children of Israel. Okay? And I have some things that I got to do for the God of Israel and his people. So yes, let me go to the scripture in Luke 16, then I'm going to let y'all go. So that's just my story. That's just my story. What happened to me when I died and left this earth. Came back. So we're going to read Luke 16, verse 19 through 28. There were, I'm reading out the King James Version Bible. One moment, people. This bell is just giving me time today. It's giving me a hard time. Hard time again. Okay. There was Luke 16, 19 through 28. There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell, see that, people? The rich man did not care nothing about the poor, begging, hungry man. See, these are the kind of things that will get you people in hell. You don't care about the poor. You don't care about others. You don't care about nobody but your own self. These are the kind of things that the God of Israel judges us by. The way we treat him. If we keeping his law, doing what his 631 laws in the Torah, is we keeping the laws, doing what he told us to do. These are the kind of things that will get you into hell. The only reason I didn't go to hell, when I died as a sinner, the God of Israel wanted me to live and come back to this earth and do some things for him before I leave here again. So the rich man, he lifted up his eyes in hell. Why? Because he was selfish. He was self-centered. He was all about himself. He was all about his money. He was all about his, his pride, and what he didn't care nothing about Lazarus being at his door, his gate every day begging for a crumb that fell off his table. He didn't care. He was very, very selfish, very, very arrogant, narcissist, and all of that. No empathy. The rich man was a narcissist. He didn't have no empathy for Lazarus. No empathy. And he lifted up his eyes in hell. He lifted up his eyes in hell. And being in torments, and seeing Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom, When you look up the word bosom right here in Luke 16:23, in the Greek is Greek number, is it Greek number 869, I think. I can't see it very well, but if you look up the word bosom in the Greek, you will see that it say bay, a bay, B-A-Y, a bay. Bay mean water. That's why when I died, I saw a lot of water and flowers and all that. I saw the bay. I saw Abraham bosom. That's where I went. I went to Abraham bosom. When you look up the word bosom right here, it say a bay, B-A-Y. It's a place where you go when the God of Israel wants you to come and be with him and have eternal life with him. It's a bay. It's full of flower and water and all of that. Okay? And the rich man saw Lazarus at the bay. He had water, he had food, he had what grass was around him. It was so beautiful, flowers everywhere, you know, and he was in torment. He was in torment. He was in torment. You pull up the word hell and I pull up the word torment, you know, you could really see what he went through. He was in torment, in that fire, in that flame, he said. And he wanted Lazarus to take the tip of his finger and dip it on his tongue so he can cool his tongue off. Because he was so hot and miserable and in torment and in that flame. This is what hell is, people. 24/7, you in torment, pain, and all pain that you can't even describe, that whatever a human can't describe the pain. Okay? But I went through hell and I came out at the end of the tunnel, which is the bay. That's why I say right here, in hell, he lifted up his eyes being in torments, all kind of torments in hell. And seeing Abraham far off and Lazarus in his bosom. See, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy, verse 24 of Luke 16. Have mercy on me and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in the water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. He was tormented in that flame. But Abraham said, son, see, he was a Hebrew. He was an Israelite. Okay? He told his son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comfort, and thou art tormented, Abraham told him. So Abraham began to talk to the rich man and told him what happened. What, you know, it's your turn now. And besides, he said, verse 26, all this between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that there which would pass from his to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. So that was the tunnel I went through. And at the end, I saw the bay, the beautiful flowers and the water and all that, where the God Abraham and Isaac and Jacob was. So it's like a gulf. It's like a great fix. There's no way you can get there unless the angels lead you there and guide you there. There's no way. So he said, you know what? No, you can't come here because it's something between us. There's no way you can come here. It's too late now. You in hell. Deal with it. Deal with it, bro, because you didn't want to help poor begging man Lazarus. Now Lazarus is comfort. Now you in hell. Deal with your pain. Deal with your torment. And then he said, verse 27. Then he said, I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house, for I have 5 brethren. So he was saying, Abraham, can you let Lazarus go to my father's house? Because I got 5 brothers that's going to come to hell. Why? Because they just like me. They just like me. So they're going to come to this place. Because they selfish, they honorary, they greedy, they don't have no empathy, they narcissists. They gonna come to this place, hell, just like me. Can you please send Lazarus to help my brothers not to come to this place called hell? So I'm here, people, to tell you today that there is life after death. Your conscience, your soul will live for eternity. And your soul know everything about you. Everything you did in your life, where you went, how you act, everything. The soul know everything. And that's why I remembered everything when I left. The soul never died. You cannot kill the soul. It's eternity, either in hell or heaven. So I just wanted to give you my life story about when I got shot in my face when I was 21 years old. I died on my living room floor and talked to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He sent me back to earth and said something I got to do for him or before I come to be with him. So I'm just letting you know, you can either go to hell, people, or you can either go with the God of Israel. Okay? So he sent me back. He sent me back. He gave me another chance to live. He gave me another chance to do what I needed to do for him so I can make it to paradise to be with him. And that's why now I'm doing all I can in my life to please the God of Israel so I can make it to that beautiful, 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 beautiful place that I saw when I died at 21 years old on my living room floor. With that, people, I talk to y'all later. Shalom.